Hello, 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 Facebook. I don't know, forgive me for the bad network, forgive me. How are you today? How are you? Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Wonderful. Like I said, I'm with my chairman, the chairman for religious affairs for the United Party for National Development. I deputize him, his Reverend Kelly Munkonka. Thank you, thank you. 10 people watching. Come on, get some more people, get some more people, one more people. I'm in my Red Army attire, just get more people, 12 people, come on, 13, let's make it 100. Good afternoon, how are you? Mr. Henry Munene, how are you? 15 people, come on, just tag some people, tell them congratulations live. All right. Chair, how are you, sir?
Fine, how are you, Vice Chair?
Ah, wonderful. It's good to see you today.
Thank you.
We were here at the Secretariat. We just had a wonderful National Management Committee meeting. Chair, President Hakainde Hichilema has been summoned by the police tomorrow. What are your sentiments, sir?
I request all Zambians to make sure they join us in prayers to be in solidarity with the President. In that sense, he has not committed any offense. We just pray that the police will be very professional and very ethical in the manner they are going to conduct their business tomorrow with the President. And we request all youths across the country, all well-meaning Zambians, to be in solidarity with the Party for National Development leader, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema.
Okay. Chair, it's very ironic that President Hakainde Hichilema is being summoned during Christmas week. Now, we are made to believe, some of us, that is this just political persecution, and it seems the party, the lawyers, are not in the know. They have not been given a clear indication as to why he's being summoned. How are we supposed to take this as a nation?
It's very embarrassing, especially Zambia calling itself as a Christian nation. This is the time we should really celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Families come together, celebrate the love of Christ, the love God gave us. When we are still sinners, He loved us. That is good love He gave us. And as Zambians, we are supposed to exhibit that which the scripture commands each one of us during Christmas. But during Christmas, that's the time we would want to be incastrating other people. During Easter period, that's the time we would want to be arresting people. Zambian politicians, please, especially you in the ruling government, so-called Patriotic Front, stop doing what is contrary to the scripture. God does not want vindictiveness. Can we live as one people? Some of you who are busy commanding the police, when this country was attaining its independence, you were not yet born. You don't know where this country is coming from. You don't know where this country is now. You don't know where this country is going. Can you just be professional and be ethical in whatever you are doing to make Zambia move forward? We love Zambia, all of us, but can we stop being vindictive? It will not help us.
What do you have to say? Because the police, the Inspector General of Police has issued instructions to keep the police on high alert tomorrow. We're hearing that police are going to be vigilant because apparently UPND members and sympathizers countrywide, as well as Lusaka, are mobilizing to show solidarity to President Hakainde Hichilema because they don't want him arrested for Christmas. I mean, he is a family man, he has children, he has a wife. So people are concerned to say, if he goes to the police tomorrow, are they going to charge him? Are they going to arrest him over Christmas? So there's all this uncertainty. So what do you say to people who are like us, who are worried? People in the party, his family, his children. People are just concerned to say, what is this that's happening now? And what is the charge? They're just, everybody's in a place where they don't know what's going on.
First and foremost, my comment to Bonnie, my tribal cousin Kakoma Kanganja, why should you tell the police to be on alert if the calling of HH is genuine? There is no need of making the police alert if your calling him is genuine. But if it's genuine, then there is something behind your back that you are trying to cook against him. But we request you to be very professional with your men and women in uniform. And as a Christian family, to all Zambians belonging to different denominations, the Muslims, the Judaism, whatever I can call them, I just request all of us to be united as Zambians and give you the solidarity HH deserves, because in actual sense, there is no offense, Vice Chair, HH has committed, from a point of view, unless they have their own offenses that are being manufactured by force headquarters themselves. Yes.
Please just appeal to the Zambians. What should be our attitude going forward? We want a peaceful election. We want to celebrate Christmas. We don't want a situation where we're going into Christmas celebrations, someone else is being prosecuted or persecuted or called to police. What should be our attitude towards what's happening right now?
The attitude I can share with you, Vice Chair, is do unto others what you would like to be done unto yourself. And that is a fair play in life. Can we play a fair game? And in a fair game, you find a degree of love. You find a degree of oneness in whatever you're doing, because there is love. Can we love one another as a country? That is the bottom line. Can we stop the spirit of hatred, political hatred? It will never build this country. I earlier stated that most of you influencing police to do bad things, you were not yet born when this country attained this independence. When KK and Harriman Nkumbula attained that certificate of independence from Lancaster House in London, you were not yet born. You don't know where this country is coming from. But I want to urge you, colleagues, whatever goes up, comes down.
Chair, I also want you to share something, because I'm just speaking hypothetically and, just rumors that we've been hearing that some of the charges that they might be given to President, this is just from the grapevine, that they want to charge him over his business, over his ranches in Kalomo, over his personal properties and things like that. You've known him from, I believe, from childhood. You and President HH have known each other for years. I just wanted to say that to the people that are watching. You know him at a family level, not just from politics, not just because you are the chairman of religious affairs, but you have a very strong relationship, personal relationship. What kind of a man is he? You know him at that level. Most people don't, and then, President HH is one person who, he doesn't brag about his businesses, about who he is and all that. But as a person, please tell people who are watching, they want to know, what kind of a person is he? Is he a crooked businessman? They want to know.
Level-headed, a kind of a person he is. To some of us who have worked with him in different spheres, the gentleman is level-headed. All people don't understand is one thing. Hakainde Hichilema is hardworking. If I can tell Zambians
say that again.
Hakainde Hichilema is hardworking. When you go to bed, some of you at 21 hours, 22 hours, you go to bed. Hakainde will go to bed at 03 because he's working with his managers across the globe. That's the nature of the gentleman. I've been there at his home during awkward hours, planning on how best we can look after the people of Zambia. He doesn't sleep. He's working throughout. So don't misinterpret his hard work. And I want to urge Zambians, Vice Chair, I'm happy that you are having this interview with me.
Yes, sir.
It is only Zambia where you find you want to call someone who has amassed wealth to be evil, to be Satanist. You go to Nigeria, they celebrate Dangote.
Yeah.
He's a celebrity to every Nigerian.
Yeah.
He has grown up in their midst. He has created wealth in their midst. And he's plowing back his wealth to the communities. And this is what HH is doing. He's plowing back his wealth in the form of social corporate responsibility to the communities. And things are happening. Churches are benefiting. Communities are benefiting. Boreholes everywhere. churches are being constructed from what he donates.
Wow.
The churches have musical equipment from what he donates. And that's what we expect from someone who has been blessed. But in a Zambian setup, anyone who reaches
Chair, tell me something.
actualization level is a Satanist.
Tell me something. A couple of months ago, most Zambians and people like myself, but I'm part of your team, President HH made a donation of 2 buses to the Presbyterian Church. Was that a political stunt, or is that who he is?
That is what he is. And when he donates, the pledge may take time to be fulfilled. When I show you the list of churches that want help from him, Vice Chair, you can be shocked. There are so many. But he will make sure all of them are fulfilled in the fullness of time.
Wow.
All I request to people, he has pledged to have degree of patience in the fullness of time. You receive that which he shared with you. He does not forget that which he shared with you at your chapel, at your ministry, at your church, at whichever level. He will always remember and he call me or call my vice chair, Kangwa himself, to make sure that it is delivered. Or he'll bring it himself in person.
I remember when you and I escorted him to a church in Kafue, and we went into the pastor's office, and the pastor left, and he looked at Mama Mutinta, and they were talking about the roof. And they were asking each other, honey, how much do we give? How much do we give? They went into a corner. She took out a checkbook. They wrote a figure. I didn't even see the figure. They put it in an envelope together, and they gave the money to the church. I just saw the pastor's face beaming. We're going to put the roof now. We're going to put the roof now. For me, when I saw things like that, it wasn't in the media. Nobody talked about it, but I saw it with my own eyes. I realized to say, this man does things in secret that Zambians don't know. Some people think, Nwakaso. I'm sure you've heard that one before.
That's very true, yes.
Because they don't see him dishing out money. But for us who saw things like that, I shed a tear. I said, wow.
The secret of his success in business is giving.
Really? Huh?
When he gives, God rewards him more.
Wow.
And that has been the secret of his success in the business ethics.
Wow.
He gives, and God opens more business opportunities for him so that he gives more.
Wow.
That's the secret, Chair.
Wow.
Yes.
Tell the viewers, they don't know that there are students that are funded by him and his wife every single year. Students at the university.
Number is quite many. Quite huge.
A huge number.
Yes.
That he just supports.
And not only University of Zambia, several universities and colleges across the country.
Yes.
That are from his pet.
From his perk, yes.
Yes.
Not from his businesses, from his personal money with his wife.
And that is the type of a leader we want. The degree of mercy is too high in him. And when such a person becomes the head of state, surely with his listening skill.
But tell me why sometimes for us as Zambians, it's so hard to trust people who don't flaunt. We easily polarize to people who they want to buy a black table. They want to show you how many Jaguars they have, how many BMWs they have. Why do we as people rush to that? What is it about us?
I'll tell you from 1964, the nature of Zambians. We are used to bad governance.
Really, huh?
We are not used to good governance. And with a good leader who has a vision for
Or is it because we've been abused?
We have been abused
so many times?
Too long, and
very few Mwanawasas.
Very few Mwanawasas.
Let's give credit. Yeah.
Yes,
very few
levies we have.
Very few levies.
But the time we are going to have people like HH, I tell you, this country will go back to the time when the GDP was moving positively. From 1964 up to early 70s, the GDP of the country was very positive. We will go back that level and we'll be able to export. We cannot be vice chairman, be an importing economy this time. Look at the raw materials we have. It's a shame. And any importing economy is a weak economy.
Yeah.
And this is the situation we have found ourselves in now. We have behaved like a prodigal son. There is too much prodigality under scarcity.
Wow.
Too much spending. You don't think about tomorrow. This was what has cost this country.
Talk about the aspect of HH being a disciplinarian, because even in the UPND, when it comes to management, even of finances, it's very strict. You don't take any. I'm just telling you guys this. You don't make a request to President HH without a budget.
That's the nature of the gentleman.
If you don't have a budget,
very smart in that area, and be rest assured that even in the governance system,
you have to
he's
have
going
a budget.
to take that culture.
You have
Without
to
a
have
budget, you will not access the money.
Yeah.
And you should make sure you use the money prudently, effectively, and efficiently, and report adequately.
Yeah, let me tell you one of the amazing stories that even the audience must hear. During the mayoral election, I remember I was behind a van with President HH.
I saw it in Mateo.
And Vice President GBM at the time.
Yes, we're in the middle.
Yes, I was in the middle, and we're traveling in a convoy.
Yes.
And we had flyers, and there was a heap of flyers that one of our members, he just threw them in the road. And they just spread all over the road. And President H said, no. He stopped the convoy. He said, no. He got out of the car. We went out, picked up that bunch of flyers. And he looked at the guy and said, you are supposed to be giving these to people. They just were throwing. The wind would just blow them away. We are supposed to give them to people. He said, Kangwa, take this. That's how I got those flyers. And we started giving them one to one. The man doesn't like wasting.
That was a business concept.
I was shocked. I said, he could have just forgotten about them.
Business concept he was trying to apply there, Chair. Identify whom you are giving the card.
Yeah.
You don't just throw the card just along the road like that.
Yeah.
You know, the clientele setup, know who you are giving the card, because you know at the end of the day, that is your voter. That's your potential voter.
Yeah.
You don't just throw them on the road like what the guy did.
Yeah.
That was wrong. And you saw him jumping out of the car. He got them back.
Can you imagine?
He wanted to
the whole president stopping for flyers.
That is his nature.
I mean, for me, maybe if I'm being honest with you, Chair, for me, I might have even driven off.
Now,
but he taught me something.
Do you know the concept we learned there? The country's resources will be well protected
We should not
in the
waste.
hands of such a man.
Yeah. Wastage. He doesn't like waste.
Doesn't
he? Doesn't like wastage.
He will never behave like a prodigal son.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot to be learned. I know that we want him. Most of us want him to be president and all that. But even on a personal level, we can learn a lot about wealth creation. I think he's one of those people who's been underutilized, because we, especially as the young people, we need to be mentored by people like HH, away from politics, just personal discipline, personal financial discipline. How do we, how do we create wealth? Sorry.
How do we create wealth? One, Chair.
And how can we utilize people like HH?
We should first of all look at the factors of production God gave us that are available in our midst. After looking at the factors of production, the most cardinal one is land.
Yeah.
And land is human capital.
Yeah.
We have human capital in the name of Hakainde Hichilema. Can we use his expertise to make sure we move this country from the military economy to a very productive economy that is able to export goods that are manufactured within our industries? And how do we make the industries strong? Can we have electricity, Vice Chairman Kangwa, 24 hours? And we are happy that as UPND we have well-wishers who are willing, but they are standing on a war face. They don't want to inject their capital now because they don't trust these guys. They don't have the muscle. They don't have the know-how to make sure NH sector is managed well. As we come in as UPND into office come August 2021, we will make sure that NH sector is revamped. We will make sure that the cost of doing business is reduced to make sure the end product at the end of the day is affordable by common Zambian.
Well, thank
Simple
you.
Economics.
Thank you so
Simple
much.
elemental economics.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this time. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. All right. All right. That was Reverend Kelly Munkonka. That's the chairman for religious affairs. I deputize him. He is a member of the National Management Committee, aspiring candidate for Pemba constituency. So 2021 is a hot year. I hope you've learned something. I just wanted to take this time to share a bit of what's going on here at the UPND Secretariat. We are sitting, planning, strategizing for next year. We can't say much, but we're working, away from everything, we are working to make sure that your vote is protected, to make sure that things are happening. Let's support Bali, like you rightfully heard. Tomorrow he's been summoned to the police. There are various accusations that are going on. They're trying to get into his personal business and things like that. But certain things are in the court, so you wonder why they're summoning him. So there's an element of a surprise element that might come out, So this is our country, and so we don't want him to be arrested or inconvenienced. Sometimes there may not even be a case, but politics, sometimes they'll just inconvenience you. President Kaunda one time got arrested by President Chiluba during Christmas, and that was a very painful thing. So he arrested me on Christmas Day. It was a very painful thing. So let's just hope that everything goes well. Zambia, we should mature now. We should mature. When you call for someone, call them for proper things, proper cases, and then also, I feel sorry for the police, because the police guys usually they're very innocent. Even when we talk to the police, they even tell us to say, we're just obeying instructions. So you even feel sorry for the Zambian police, seriously, because truth be told, we have a lot of good men and women in uniform. Truth be told, these guys, we see them in churches, we meet them on the streets, that. Some of them are our friends, but sometimes you feel sorry for them because their hands are tied. They're obeying instructions and they're afraid to lose their job. They have to follow command. So, we just pray for our police service as well. We pray for those guys because they try. Yes, there are certain cadres in the police, just like anywhere else. But the vast majority, guys, of our men and women in uniform, the vast majority, they're really good people. I remember one time when I was got shocked when there was an election and people around the police camp around State House didn't even vote for him. That's the way police army work, So the police is not our enemy. They're not our enemies. They are supposed to serve and protect us. What we have to do is to help them, that when our voice is strong enough, then they can have a backing. You hear what I'm saying to you? So have a wonderful day. I'll try and get back to you. That was Reverend Kelly Munkonka. I hope you learned something with what he said. Very important, very pertinent. Thank you. 53 people watching. I know at some point you were 100 when you were listening to him. Thank you so much for paying attention. God bless you, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.